heat wave over here, but you know what? This is what makes this month at Wax+Wraps even better, because we've been making a bikini. So I want to help you to practice, build up all your skills, all your expertise in sewing to get better, to get stronger, to get more confident. So we have been making a bikini with a little frill. There's also swimsuit copy of this as well for those who are a little bit more modest. You know, you may have a little bit of lockdown belly, that's okay. So you can now decide which pattern you want to make, and you'll be getting this beautiful fabric in the month's box. And I just want to say, it's an amazing design to make. It's beautiful fabric. This is a typical peacock design. You can see I've got the matching head wrap as well in stretch, which is also available on the Wax+Wraps shop. So that's it for this month. You've seen the sewing, you've seen some pics of the full outfit. Now it's over to you to sew your stretch Ankara, stretch African print, stretch wax print, swimwear. Choose bikini, choose men's brief, choose a full swimsuit, but make sure that you're choosing Wax+Wraps this month and have fun with prints. Okay, so here we are making the stretch Ankara bikini or swimsuit or swimming trunks, but today we're doing the bikini. So here's the fabric. So you can see here, this is a stretch mesh fabric. It is great like a power mesh to use as a lining for swimwear. You have to get something like that in order to kind of hold the fabric in place. This is the stretch Ankara that we're using. This beautiful red print is called peacocks and red peacocks. Some people call it a bulb print, but you can see the kind of peacock feathered design going along here. That's what we're doing, and we're using cute little button pins. You might want to use pins that have ballpoint edges on them, ballpoints on them, just if you're using fabric that is very, very sensitive, because it's stretch and sometimes that can affect the fabric. So that's what we're doing. You will need a stretch jersey needle. This is not in the box only because different machines take different sizes, so you have to kind of check which one your machine needs. This is the one that I can use. The Schmetz is really good, but you need this kind of needle for stretch, so it affects it, you know, reacting in the way that they can do so with the fabric. So yeah, get yourself a ballpoint needle, a jersey needle for stretch. These are more of the beautiful if you want to use something coloring. And then I just couldn't decide, to be honest, if I wanted to use a black thread or red, because sometimes, you know, it's hard to get the colours to match how you want. But what do you think? I don't know which one to go for, really. Maybe I'll do the black, maybe I'll do the red. The reds, we'll see what I decide. Obviously you need some scissors to cut your patterns with, and you also will need some of this. This is a rubber elastic now, which is good for swimwear. You can't use a cotton one, you have to use one which is poly based, and so that will stretch the fabric, and it won't be affected by the chlorine in water or from the sea. So this is kind of what I recommend that you get, and those are in the boxes for this July box. So yeah, so we're gonna start with cut out our designs, and we're going to start putting things together now. If you don't have a machine, a serger or overlocker machine, then you can still use your domestic machine to be able to sew these fabrics. And we're going to sew all the lining pieces together, and we're going to sew the main body pieces together. Then we're going to put them together. We're going to put the elastic in, we're going to add the frill and everything, and the flounce part, and we're going to have a good old time with this design. So let's dive in. Okay, so we're going to pin and sew the side seams together, so of the bikini top and also of the hand, and then do the same for the linings, and then yeah, we're going to put one inside the other. So here we go. Now the linings has been sewn and the main body has been sewn at the shoulder seams, the side seams, and the same for the pant as well. And so we're going to put it inside, as you can see here. And then what we're going to do is to now, for the armholes, what you want to do is put it all the way around the armholes and the leg holes, but you want to make it a bit taut. So you want it to stretch at about 25%, but also just check 25% less. So you want to make it, you know, taut so that it can be secure when it's on, and that will be at the armhole, at the underbust, at the waistband of the brief, and of the legs. But with the legs, you want to make sure that the back area here is, you pull the elastic tighter as you're sewing it in. You don't pull the body fabric, but you pull the elastic tighter than you do on the front, because on the bottom of the body, it needs to be more secure to hold you in. So on that back of the pant, you want to make sure that the elastic is a bit tighter. The front, you can make it a little bit looser. But the first thing we want to do right now anyway is to sew these together. You can use the same zigzag stitch, and if you haven't got overlocker, just use a zigzag stitch, and just make sure that the zigzag is a wide stitch, and it is a zigzag stitch, and then you'll be fine. And then after that, then we will put the elastic in. Okay, if you're very good, if you want to baste it first, basting is always a good one. You can baste the two fabrics together, so you can do that, then put the elastic in. The choice is yours, but I'm going to whiz through this and then show you how it looks. With the top though, because we're going to be putting a flounce there, that's going to be a different step to take. So I'm going to do all the other parts before we add this in, because that needs to be stitched in a way that will go all the way around to the front and the back, and to hang off there nicely. It's going to be a beautiful style that you are going to absolutely love. Watch the space. So now we're going to attach the elastic to the garments. Now it's going to be on the inside. You're going to sew the elastic into the inside. Now you can use a serger, and you're literally going to just serge or overlock it to the actual garment edge. But if you're going to be using your domestic machine, then just use a zigzag stitch, or you can use any other stretch stitch for this. But when you put this in, do make sure that you test the stitches always, and make sure that you get a few stitches in first. Get a few stitches in first before you start to stretch. So just get a few stitches in there first. Okay, so let's check this out. Just do a few stitches just to get this going. Let's see. So once you know it's come through the other side, and then you can start to stretch it in. And do this all the way around. This is the waistband, all the way around the waistbands, the legs, the armholes and everything. And then we are good to close out. Okay, so now we've got the elastic tape in. We're going to turn back those seams. And then what we're going to do is, using either a twin needle stitch or cover stitch, or go back to the zigzag stitch. You can see I've got mine, which is a zigzag stitch function, and then you're going to just stitch all the way along all the stitches. Try not to pull the stitches, try not to pull the fabric, but do try to make sure that it's secure. Okay, so you can take your time with this, don't have to rush this, but we're just going to go all along. And we're just securing that in now. We're just securing that in. going to the edge. But it has to be in a stretch stitch, okay? You can see I've got it on quite wide, but it's very secure, and that's a nice clean finish there. So you're going to do that along the entire armholes, the leg holes, the waistband, everything, even the neckline of the bikini top. And here we go, the finished outfit. So it's a two-piece bikini. Once it just gets a bit of an iron, and these things you can press down, they're just roughly like because of the zigzag overlocking. But yeah, once this is all pressed out, and then it's all about the great reveal, the great fit, and then you can see exactly how this looks on. Now over to you. It's your turn to get stuck into a Wax and Wrap subscription box. Get your orders today. So as you know, we are no ordinary subscription box. We are a Wax and Wrap subscription box. That's right. We are a sewing subscription box, bringing to you monthly Waxprint fabrics, batik fabrics, hand-woven fabrics, all fabrics that are made in Africa, sourced from the African continent. I'm Jacqueline Shaw, and I'm the founding director of Wax and Wraps, the African print subscription box. And this month, for July, we've been sewing up this stretch ankara bikini. So this is the box you're going to get with the fabrics inside and all the goodies going to be sent to you. Now, once you receive this box, you're going to see that there is the main fabric. There is the stretch lining, because there is a lining attached to this as well, which is a stretch mesh. You're going to see threads, not one but two threads for you. You're going to see the elastic thread to give this awesome stretch, and then you're also going to see some trims and some free gifts inside the box, which is going to help you for your sewing job this month. So grab on to a Wax and Wrap subscription box for this month, and just come and join African Print Sewing Club. We are waiting for you. See the link in the details below, and I am excited to have you on board of our club. So go have fun with prints, and remember, we are no ordinary subscription box. See you soon.